Very good morning. In the previous session, we have seen the block diagram of IoT. Today, we will see about the architecture of IoT in this session. Actually, the IoT will consist of the layers like perception layer, transport layer, processing layer, and an application layer. Where, as we have seen that IoT will consist of sensors, actuators, controller, gateways, processor, and then your user device. Here, the first layer, the perception layer, is responsible for collecting data. And here you can observe the devices which we can place in our perception layer in the picture itself. You can use your camera, robot, sensors, and as well as your meter. Depending upon your application, you can use all these devices. It involves sensing the environment and it will captures the relevant data and it will convert into digital information. For example, this layer includes temperature sensors, detectors, GPS trackers, and then cameras. And the next layer, the network layer, focuses on establishing the connectivity between IoT devices and facilitating the data transmission. Actually, we can transmit our data by using this transport layer, by using either a router, by using a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It depends upon our application. This layer ensures the reliable and efficient transfer of information, like different types of networks such as Wi-Fi, cellular networks, or even specialized IoT networks like LoRaWAN or Zigbee you can use for exchanging of information from one object to the other. Then the data layer it is responsible for handling the vast amount of data generated by our IoT devices. It involves storing of the data, processing and analyzing the collected data. We all know that the processing means it will use only the required data. It will remove all the unwanted information. This layer can employ edge computing techniques to perform data processing closer to the data source, reducing latency so that the bandwidth requirement will be reduced. It's very important here. It also includes data storage solutions such as databases, data lake, or cloud platforms to efficiently manage the archive data. And then the last application layer is very important here, where the data from IoT devices is utilized to deliver some specific functionalities and services. It encompasses applications, software platforms, and interfaces that enable users to interact with the IoT system. These four layers work together to enable the functioning of our IoT systems by allowing the data collection, communication, data processing, and application development. The architecture may vary depending upon the specific requirements of IoT applications, and it may incorporate additional layers or components to address some specific needs such as security, privacy, or edge intelligence. So, depending upon our application, we can increase the layers. It may consist of some more layers, but here in our session, we have discussed about our these layers like perception layer, which is an important layer which will consist of all our devices, which will sense the physical environment. And then transport layer is a layer which is used to transmit our data. And for the required information, we'll go for processing layer and at last application layer. Then Here all some of the applications of our IoT: smart home, wearables, smart city, smart gate, industrial IoT, connected car, healthcare. In healthcare, we will be using our IoT devices, smart supply chain, smart farming, smart retail, like in our shops. Uh, it, in our IoT nowadays, it will observe the customer where it is where they are standing continuously, where they are spending their time more, and they are sending messages related to those items. So that is also one of the IoT application. And in healthcare, in cars, so many are there, like automatic buzzer and automatic doors, locking system. All these are examples of our IoT. This picture will tell us a lot about the applications of IoT, like your smart home, your wearables, and as well as you can play music in your smart home by using your user device. In cars, all these are few examples of our IoT which will play a very important role. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. In the next sessions, we will discuss more about our IoT.